Hello, and welcome to another MediaWorks Plus tutorial. This time, I'm going to demonstrate another common use case: searching for recordings, sorting the list of recordings, and playing multiple recordings. If a search tab isn't already open, use the File, New Tab menu and choose Search to create one. Now I will select a date that I want to search for recordings, and I can select all resources by clicking on the Resources heading, or select specific resources in the list. Then I click the Search button. Now I see a list of recordings that match my selection of date and resources. In the Call Grid pane, the recordings can easily be sorted by clicking on a column header. Clicking on the Start Time header will sort the recordings oldest to newest. Another click would sort newest to oldest, but for this tutorial we want the oldest recordings at the top. By default, after a single recording is played, playback will stop. That behavior is controlled in the Playback menu by the Single Play setting. When single play is unchecked, then recordings will play one after the other. I want continuous playback, so I will leave single play unchecked. Now we will look at sequential playback of recordings. With single play disabled, double-clicking on a recording either in the call grid or in the timeline will start playing the recordings in the order they are sorted in the call grid. Note that playback has been temporarily sped up for this part of the tutorial. Sequential playback can also be started by right-clicking on the recording and selecting Start Sequential Playback. Next, we will look at mixed playback. Mixed mode plays all channels at once in real time, overlapping when recordings occurred at the same time. They play from left to right in the timeline. If Skip Inactive Periods is enabled in the Playback menu, as it is by default, any time between recordings will be skipped. Mixed playback can be started by right-clicking on the recording in the call grid, right-clicking on the recording in the timeline, or right-clicking on the timeline header at the point playback should start, and selecting Start Mixed Playback. Thanks for watching this MediaWorks Plus tutorial.